nap. Oh, he's going for food, look. Oh, he's like, what you got? Minouche. Super cute. Good boy. He's purring.
That is so cute, Leah.
He's purring. See if he knows who the cat people are. Oh, the best boy. Oh, look at him.
Hi guys.
Oh my god. How was it?
It was amazing. It was real fun experience. The meet and greet took a little bit longer than expected.
I bet it did.
I honestly thought this would be like a 5-minute endeavor because I thought, come on, it's like two lines. How hard can it be? I think you can skip that.
Sorry.
In the end, it took like almost half an hour.
Oh
so,
my god.
Yeah, I think Chris was too afraid to really push in the needle. He was too afraid to really go deep, so it took a little bit longer than expected. Probably one of the greatest moments in my life.
Oh my god. I love it.
You go.
Maybe you want a flashlight?
Yeah. Outside or inside? Where do you want? You decide. Outside, yeah?
Tell me what I'm doing. Is this going close enough?
Yeah, but do it a little bit longer.
Longer.
Yeah, you have to do it longer because otherwise it will. Was heißt denn verschwimmen?
Genie,
Was
Can
heißt
you get my
frisch?
glasses?
Album? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh.
That's cool.
You're doing great.
I can go deeper. It
Because
doesn't hurt.
I don't speak German and
I think it's
she's
supposed to.
also an IAMX fan, but she doesn't
I
speak
feel like I'm
German.
going deep, but I guess I'm just not
This
used
song
to
is
this.
the
So it's like,
Flacata song.
I'm being
Because
fussy about it.
Rouge, I love it.
Okay, super fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh
You got a
my
punk
God.
rock X.
Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome. That was fun.
This is probably the most impactful moment of my life.
Hi guys, so I know I've not really vlogged a massive deal. I've uploaded that Warsaw one, but the Frankfurt and St. Gallen ones, there's not too much content in those. But anyway, so let's give you a lowdown of the Brussels gig. So IAMX have played this venue before. I've been there before for IAMX, and don't get me wrong, the sound quality, the venue staff, and the venue itself is actually nice, and the sound is one of the best out of many venues they've played. The lighting started off quite terrible, but then it got a little bit better. But it's just like last time, in my opinion, and I've asked other fans their opinion too, and they agree. The crowd did lack. Not loud enough, and you could tell the band were trying their absolute hardest to get more out of the crowd, and there just wasn't that connection. And I felt sad for the band in that regard. You know, it's a shame. And personally, I think Chris shouldn't have bothered crowd surfing and given them that moment, because they didn't deserve it. And, you know, I think, obviously, I've not been to all the gigs this tour, but every gig, in fact, I'm pretty sure every gig I've been on, he has crowd surfed after every party I die, which is amazing for him to be able to do that, especially when there's venues like Tonight of a Barrier. But I think maybe save it to crowds that deserve it. But obviously, I can't ask the band their opinion of the gig. Maybe they were up there and they thought it was a good crowd. I don't know. But for us guys that are in the front row for a lot of concerts, you kind of get the feeling and connection. And for people that have been to this venue before that I've spoken to for IAMX, they also agreed that the crowd was more quiet. But the sound was really, really good. And, you know, I still enjoyed myself. But there was one particular girl in between me and Lauren who had her arm out the whole time like this in between us, with her phone in portrait mode. And I have no problem, as you know, because I stream, I take pictures. I have absolutely no problem with people taking pictures, videos, enjoying themselves, whatever. But be aware of your surroundings a bit, please. And also, don't get in the way so much that it's hindering people dancing, because it was getting in between us, and I ended up bumping her a few times, and she got stuck to my hat a few times because her phone was in the way. And I didn't see her dance, cheer or move. You know, I know we've all got different things wrong with us. Maybe she had something wrong with her, I don't know. But but at the same time, like, it's an IAMX gig, don't be like in the front row if you are going to move and enjoy yourself. You know, and even me, like, I found the barrier actually good in a way for tonight, because I was just going to stream a little bit, but I ended up streaming the whole gig, and it was great having that barrier actually, because I kept it in horizontal mode without the selfie stick, and I could rest it on there and still dance and, you know, go crazy. So it worked well in the way, having that barrier, and I was able to give you guys the full band, whereas when there is a low stage and there's no barrier, I have to keep aiming my phone up like this, and you don't get a very good view of everything. So in that regard, I give the venue 10 points, because he was able to get a full view of the band. When the lighting got better throughout, the footage looked excellent in my opinion. So actually, you know, there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons to every venue. So for that, it was fantastic, because it's one of the only streams on this tour that I've been able to give you a full band view and very good sound. Well, I think it was very good sound. Obviously, when you watch the stream back, there might be interference, who knows. So yeah, in that regard, it was great. And Zoltan, one of the fans, got a tattoo done by Chris in his meet and greet. And you'll see that. I'll add the clip from him talking about it. But he's also got a clip on his Instagram if you wanted to see Chris doing a tattoo on someone. Very brave. So that was random. Managed to get some pretty good pictures. And of course, Lauren is a fantastic photographer, and she delivered as my personal photographer once again. And we actually went to places that we've been to before, which was really cool. And obviously there's random Belgian men. Well, men in Brussels, they could be Belgian, they could be French, they could be, well, anything really. But where I'm going with this story is Brussels is a bit of a dodgy place for dodgy men and dodgy things happening. So my advice, if you come to Brussels and you've never been, or you come to Belgium and you've never been before, mate, especially if you're a solo traveller, just have your wits about you, because Belgium is known for high crime. And I've had moments, if you know me, I've had moments in different parts of Belgium where I've been followed by men and had some really scary times here. So, oh, my arm's aching, hang on. So basically, you've just got to have your wits about you in Belgium. You know, Belgium has really beautiful parts. Like I went to Ghent, for example, last time, paddleboarded there, and also went sightseeing there, and it was really beautiful, you know. So I'm not slating Belgium, because it has really good bits, but just have your wits about you, you know. And it's the same for Paris as well. If anyone's been to Paris, I would also say that's very, very high crime there, and also a little bit dodgy with pickpockets and that kind of thing. Anyway, so I didn't really want to talk about that too much. Sorry about that. Anything else? Oh yeah, it was a really hot day here. Well, hot for England standards, so that was nice. The sun was out. We didn't have bad weather. I remember once actually in Belgium, in a place called Hasselt, I think that's how you pronounce it. It was pissing down with rain the whole fucking day, and me and Sue and Lauren, you were there, weren't you? Yeah. Lauren was there too, and we had to queue because obviously we didn't have the eternal thing then. And we had umbrellas, and we was taking it in turns going into a cafe. It was traumatic. It was really traumatic. I'll never forget it. And they haven't played there since, actually. So that's interesting, but I don't blame them. The only good thing about that town was there was a fantastic vegan restaurant. I'll never forget it. And I had one of the best meals of my life in there. Can't remember the name. I might have it saved on Google Maps. It might not be there anymore. But that was the only great thing about that town, in my opinion, because I ended up being followed there as well. And it was a really scary one, actually. I ended up having to run through the town, and I can't run for shit. So I was amazed that I managed to run and get back to my hotel that night. So anyway, there you go. So what's left? Obviously, they're doing Paris tomorrow, IAMX. Some of my friends are going there. I'm not, but they are playing a better venue than I've been to before. So I should have taken a gamble, really. But actually, I'm fine. I'm content. I've done enough gigs this tour, you know. So I hope you guys are going to have a good time. And I'm going straight to Barcelona tomorrow. Not early, thank God. So I get a bit of a rest in the morning. And then I'm going to stay a little bit outside Barcelona this time. And then I'll be joined by Hannah there on Thursday, and then obviously the gig is on Friday, and then we travel to Madrid, where I will stay, and then go home on the Sunday. Spain has become very expensive for British people. The euro in general, you know. I'm really amazed how expensive Barcelona and Madrid were compared to when I've been before. I've not been to Madrid before, by the way, but Barcelona, you know. I remember when I went to Barcelona before for IAMX, I managed to get a really nice hotel that was so cheap in the centre. This time, even though I, you know, booked in advance, it was a nightmare finding places that were a decent price. And that's such a shame because Barcelona is a great city, has a lot to offer. I'm personally hoping I'll get to paddleboard there on Thursday. Even if I have to settle for a crappy inflatable board, it will do, because I have to paddle Barcelona and might even get to sunbathe. I mean, I'm going to check the weather. So that'll be fun. And then back to reality, I've got a lot of content still to share with you guys. Believe it or not, I've still got content from last year's tour. So what I'm going to start doing is getting into, you know, going through all the content, scheduling it in like 1 or 2 days a month, so I can spend those quality days scheduling all the content to share with you all. But I am very pleased with the streams I've done this tour. It's been much better using YouTube, and now that I've got the hang of using or sneaking my selfie stick in and doing horizontal streaming, it works a treat. Tonight I didn't have to use the stick because I had the barrier, so the barrier only came in handy for one thing. Oh, and I forgot to mention, in After Every Party I Die, he you know, we all know, I mean, I know by now he's going to crowd surf, and I know the moment he's going to do it, but for some reason I totally zoned out, and then he came over to me and put his arm out and had his wine cup and gave it to me, and I thought, oh, okay, what's going on now? And then before I knew it, he was up in my face ready to, he was probably thinking, come on then, and I'm like, I was like, oh, okay. So then I shuffled back, and then everybody else was ready, thank God, to take him, and off he went, obviously. Then came back, and I was like, oh, Jesus. So I was grateful that people were able to, you know, lift him up, and then we all managed to get him back. Is there anything else that I'd like to add to this? Not really. So yeah, when I go to Barcelona and Madrid, I'll try to do more of a detailed vlog like I've been doing, you know, showing the place. And but yeah, this one was a little bit better than the Frankfurt one, because the Frankfurt one I didn't really get to film a great deal, but I'll throw in some little extras. Anyway, that's enough, I think, for now. Bye.